I saw a couple of videos where FBAs were talking about how black immigrants say the delineation movement is only online. And some people came in my comments and said the same thing, but it's not online only. And that is one reason why Winsome Sears did not become the governor of Virginia.
Learned today that they really do believe that black people are a monolith. Let me tell you how I learned it. So many people approached me today. They want to talk about the election. So I was out around the courthouse talking to some fellow lawyers. Now that's important because there are other lawyers who are comfortable talking to me because we've had a legal relationship for the better part of 20 years. And she says, I just don't understand how Winsome lost. And I said, what are you talking about? She said, I really thought that you guys would vote her in. And yeah, there's such a large black population. And then we find out that like 90% of black people like voted for Spanberger. I'm so confused. And we've been talking about it. I said, well, you've been talking about it to everybody but us. And so she said, what do you mean? I was like, have you seen that woman? And she's like, yeah. I said, everything about that woman said that we weren't going to vote for her. And she was like, what are you talking about? I said, that woman always looked like me on the day that I need to go get my hair done. Not on the day that I'm showing up for the cameras and to be out here public speaking. I said, but on top of that, I said, you know that she's of Jamaican descent. She said, yeah. I mean, that's great. She's like, she's an immigrant. I said, okay, well, let's talk about that. I said, she's of Jamaican descent and has told you that she's basically been the beneficiary of all of the DEI, all of the affirmative action, all the programs, all of the social network that has been created on the backs of, African-American descendant slaves. She's like, I've never heard that term before. And I was like, many times immigrants, especially ones who look like me, they get the benefit of the things that we fought for, but they don't understand the struggles of where we've been.
Win some, lose some. She says some very derogatory things about Native Black Americans. You too. Identity politics don't work for us. Black folks, some Native Black Americans learned that with Obama. 8 years that man had in office and ignored you, but he celebrated and went out of his way to help DACA and the LBG community. Okay, so these are a couple of things that Win Some, Lose Some said. Put her foot in her mouth. She said the enslaved did not die in the field so that in 2024 we could still say that we are victims. Now, what's she talking about? The history of slavery in Jamaica or America? And if she's talking about America, why do you think you have the right to speak on what happened to our ancestors and how we feel? Okay. She said her father came to U.S. from Jamaica with virtually nothing and worked hard and made something for himself. And so it's like you're saying, if we could come here and make something out of ourselves, why the hell you not doing it? And I'm saying, why the hell did you have to come here to make something out of yourself? Why couldn't you do that in your own country?